Okay, this is an episode of Jacob Lenhoff Tours America. My name is Sean, and I'm answering some questions for Jacob's YouTube channel. Okay, the first question is, where did you grow up? Well, I grew up in Waupaca, Wisconsin, which is a town in central Wisconsin, about halfway up the state. It was a nice place to grow up. My parents have a house on a lake there, and so my whole life was like being at summer camp. It's really a fun experience. The second question is, what's the best Christmas present I've ever remember receiving? Probably the best one I ever got was my father, when I was, 12 or so, gave me a 20 gauge shotgun. And I loved to hunt at the time, still do, so that was really a cool present, and I got a lot of use out of that over the years. I still have it. The third question is, what's the funniest thing I remember ever happening to me? Well, this didn't seem particularly funny at the time, but I'm sure anybody watching it thought it was hilarious. One day I was going to the gym, I was minding my own business and not paying a tremendous amount of attention to what was going on around me. And I was walking alongside the building toward the door, and I was about to pass an air conditioning unit. So there was a squirrel on top of the air conditioning unit, and apparently it wasn't paying very much attention to its surroundings either, because when I got close, it panicked, leapt off the air conditioner, hit my leg, and started climbing up my leg. And I swear I screamed like a girl because suddenly this animal was climbing up my leg. Then the squirrel leapt off, ran to a nearby tree, and climbed up, and the whole incident was over. But I still laugh a little bit every time I think about that. Okay, the fourth question is, what's the one thing you like to do before the end of your life? Probably a bucket list item for me would be to walk the Appalachian Trail. Typically what people do is start down in Georgia somewhere, the southern part of it, in the spring, so the weather's decent, and then work their way up to the north. So by the time you get up to Maine, at the end of the trail, it's warmed up there. It usually takes about the entire summer. So I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to do that. It's kind of a long trip. You have to be able to take an entire summer off, and by the time I retire, I might not be in shape to do that anymore. But if I am, I'd love to do it. And question number 5, what's the summer been like for me, and what's the best thing that I've done? Well, right along Labor Day, I took a trip to Sitges, Spain, which is near Barcelona. That was a really fun trip. We didn't really do anything super exciting while we were there. It's kind of a beach town, so we would spend a lot of time. The typical day would be, get up kind of late because it's Spain. Eat a little breakfast around the house that we rented. Amble on down to the beach and spend a couple hours there. Come back to the house, eat a little lunch, have a nap maybe, go out for a late dinner, and then spend some time enjoying the nightlife a little bit. Generally speaking, it wasn't a super exciting trip. We didn't do a lot of different things, but I did have a great time just relaxing and being outdoors and being in the ocean. We did make a side trip to Barcelona, which is nearby, and got to take in some of the architecture, which is really spectacular there, and did some other things while we were in Barcelona. But it was a really fun trip. So, and that's that. Okay, so that's the end of part 1 of Jacob Lenhoff's Tours Across America. Stay tuned for part 2. Again, my name's Sean, and I'll see you again in a little bit.